Hello YouTube, and welcome to my second Avabel video. So as you can see, we're pretty much where we left off in the last video, and before we actually get into it, I just want to say sorry about the poor video quality. At the moment there's not really anything I can do about it until I can get a new device, new tablet to play on really. So yeah, so today what we're going to be doing is just going through the menus. So let's get started. So you see when you press the menu button, you've got all these options here. So first of all, we're just going to go into shop. You click shop, and this is basically like you pay to get extra things in the game. So right, so first thing you see at the top here, you've got gem count. I've got 0, and you can click add. Now I'll show you can get them in 140, 69, 27, 12, 6 and 1. Now the problem with this game is they are very expensive, so if you just click 12, it'll take you on to your thing for Android at $7.99 for 12, and you'll see why it's expensive in a minute. So you close that. Now we're going to avatars and click OK. What avatars are is they're bits of clothing that don't affect your stats but change the way you look. If you see, it costs 3 gems, or spin it 10 times. Spin means like a random chance of what you get in there, basically. So in here, you've got a chance of getting one of these items. And the blue ringed things are your avatar items, and then these are different items that give you different effects. We'll cover those later. So you've got these different options, and we go back and you get equipped items. So again, these are the items that you've got a chance of getting, and 5 gems for one random chance to get one of those items, or for 10 you pay 50 gems. So and you got items. Now these you do actually get exactly what you want, and we'll go through all these items at a different time. The monthly tickets. Okay, so I don't think this is available on iOS, this feature, but it is on Android, and basically it gives you the option to pay a monthly subscription to gain extra benefits. So I actually brought these two, and before it renews I'm going to cancel it. I just wanted to try out what it was like, and what they do is get the gold ticket, and it gives you 30% extra EXP plus 30% in what you can carry. The silver ticket is 20 and 20, and the bronze ticket is 10 and 10, and they do stack, so you can see if you have all 3 you get 60 and 60. So that's that. Then we've got a free pack. So once a day you can go into the shop, come to this free pack bit, and you can press this one spin free button, and it gives you a random chance of getting any of these items here. So press that, and I got a HP recovery large, which is like a health potion. So that's that. Just want to exit the shop. So now what you want is shop box. So anything you buy in the shop, or anything from your free spins, get put here, and you can just take those and click receive, and they'll go into your items, or you can just leave them there until you want to receive them. So menu, and you can go bonus effects. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what this does, because I've had effects from items and from status effects, like increased status by effects. Status is like your stat points. So I've had increased stats from items I've worn and other effects, and for some reason nothing just seems to appear here. So that's that. Then we've got GM mail, which is like the game's mail to you. Oh, achievement played 5 minutes. I'll explain that again as well in a minute. So you've got common, which is messages sent to everyone basically from the developers, and close that. And then individual, which is message from the developers just to you. So if we close that, we've got news. So this is always useful to look at. So you come into news, and you can see all about the emergency maintenances. It gives you information about the free pack here. So they've changed the time it resets. So instead of being 3 o'clock, it's now 7 o'clock. So if we go back into the news quickly, I'll show you another thing why it's really useful to look, because they do announce certain things like 30% drop rate increase for just that day. So it was a couple of days ago, but it was 30% drop rates on items, so you get better items faster, basically. Now, so that's all of that, and now you've got the actual in-game stuff, the bit that matters. So you go to character, you've got status, so this is like your stat points. Right, so I'll explain this a bit later when we get into actually playing the actual game. And you've got profile, so this is your character profile, name, class, level, JXEP, which is like your skill points to level up your skills. And you've got a guild, which we're not a member of. Our base is Astoria, which is this tower sort of area you can see I'm standing in. And you can put an introduction in there, which I'm going to do later. We'll go back to character, and we've got skill. So these are different skills. Again, I'll explain this later. These are just the different things that your character can basically do, and they're very class dependent. So once you get to the point of changing class, you will have different skills, basically. Character again, and we have emotions, so these are just different things. You can sit, wave, say hi, which would be a slightly different wave. You've got different dances, warm up, sync, I'm not sure what that does. So you've got happy and victory, which is like, the victory is like an arm pump, and happy is just like, you know, going bleh or whatever. And you've got apology, you know, they're just different things. You don't have to use them, they're just there if you want a bit of fun. There's that. Oh, then you got chat log. So this will bring up your chat log with everyone that's been talking. You can see I've had a few people talking, but I've not really done anything. But you can click them, and from there you can friends request, add to blacklist, report, and close. Which is the easiest way to add to friends. Instead of trying to search for them, you just look for what they've said in the chat in here, and you click them. And you can see the chat box is up here, where you can see the cursor blinking where I'm touching it. So we go back in. And that's everything in character. So we go items. So first option on item is equipment. Now equipment is basically just what you've got equipped. So say we want to change a weapon and we had another weapon in our bag, we could click that. The E there around the knife shows it's equipped. Oh, let's go back. So the E in the corner of the symbol shows it's equipped. There, and any other equipment we would have that we could put in place would go underneath it here, listed down here, and you just press it and click OK to equipped, and it'll equip it. And the same with any of this other items, and I'll show you actually exactly how to do it later. And we go back into item, and you've got avatars. So as I said earlier, avatars don't actually change your stats or do anything, they just change the way it looks. Now they're kind of hard to get hold of, and the easiest way to get them really is to buy them from the player store, which you can't access until you're level 10. But they are very, very expensive, and again I'll show you all of that later on. Then we've got bags. So in your bag you've got basically all the items you're carrying, from all your equipment, even your equipped equipment shows up here, and then other items you find that you can sell and whatever with, really. And then bonus, and this would tell you what bonus you're on. So every day you log in, you'll get an item, basically. So the first day you log on, you'll get a return wing, which basically means wherever you are, you can return it and you'll come back to this tower. So then the second day you get fairy glass. To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what these do. I've tried finding out and I just don't seem to find anything when I'm using them. Then an exciting box. An exciting box is basically an item you get that you open and you've got a random chance of getting something good in it. Most of the time you don't know, most of the time you get silly stuff in it. So you've got fairy glass medium, again no idea what that does. Then lucky candy, which when taken gives you a 5% chance, a 5% increase to drop rates, so you get better items faster. Lucky candy plus 10%, same as lucky candy, but you get 10% instead of 5. An exciting box 2, which just gives you, I don't know if it gives you a better chance of getting good items or if it's got different items in it. But yeah, so I think I've got, what I'll probably end up doing is saving up the exciting boxes 1 and 2 for a while, and then showing you sort of like, I don't know, 10 of them being opened at once or something. So I think that's the end of items. Yep, so we go community, and we got friends. So this brings up your friends list, and you can search for players here. So these are players in the same area as you, I believe. Yep, same field. So these are the players in the same area, and you can click name and search for name, level, class. So lower level than you, higher, lowest level in the area, highest level in the area, and what class they're in. And that's basically it. So I click class, you see novice, 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 warriors, and GL. Oh, that's probably an advanced class, which again I'll cover later. So we go back in and we go community. You've got blacklist, which is basically a block list. So any players that annoy you, if they can continuously harass you, just put them on your blacklist. And again, I'll show you how to do that later. But from there, you can just manage them. And you've got party. So party play just means that when you're in a party, it means that they're with you when you go to fight things. There'll be other players around as well. But the bonuses is when you get an item, they'll get an item, and when they get an item, you'll get an item. So it helps your drop rates a lot more. It helps you get more stuff if you want to sell it to earn money. And then there's also an EXP thing you can do, so that if you're within 10 levels of each other, it takes all the EXP you all earn, basically, puts it into a pot, and then dishes it out between you evenly. But all of the characters in your party have to be within 10, 11 levels of each other for that to work, otherwise you can't activate it. And again, I will get into showing you that later. So community, then your guild. So guilds are like your clans. I'm currently not in a guild, so I will show you guilds and stuff later. Then you've got mail, which is player mail. It's quite annoying to use, really. You have to go into mail, then create, and you have to manually... Oh no, sorry, you can only actually mail your friends. So you need to be friends with them, so you've got your inbox and your sent mail. So, you know, it's not really that good. That's the end of that. So journal, there's only two things in the journal. You've got your achievements, which brings this up. Now you'll notice when I come out here, I've got this little book at the side here. Press this, takes you straight into the achievements. This will only come up if you've got an achievement to collect. Now see, there's beginner achievements, so, and all of these will light up, and you'll get a little chest next to them once you've completed them, and that little chest gives you a reward. So what you do is you click on it. So I've got the daily one here, so I click on it. I've been playing for 5 minutes, so the Sunday login, you'll get that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you know, every day it's going to come up different, and you automatically receive that, so you don't have to accept that one. But I played 5 minutes, you click on the chest, and it comes up with this screen. So I played the content, played 5 minutes, progress, times achieved, 1 of 1, you only need to achieve it once to get this reward, and the reward is 200 JXCP, which is skill points, so receive that, you receive 200 JXCP, so... There we go, and you can get to it from that little book that appears when you've actually got an award, or you can go journal, achieve. So now we're going to quests. I've got no quests active at the moment because we've just started. To be honest with you, quests aren't going to feature in the first few videos I do, and I'll explain those later when we need them. So that's, then you've got options, so config. Basically you want to keep the render level on high. If you drop it anywhere else, then the character around you will start going blue, just like block blue. It's just a bit random. Display number, just leave it where it is. Display area, leave it where it is, and leave name at all. It's a sound, so you can turn the sound on and off. As you can see, the sound is turned off. Different settings for that, so just fiddle around how you like it. So the battle style, this is like an aim assist feature. So when you are near a creature and you use a skill or use an attack, this will auto, while it's on assist, it will auto basically aim onto an enemy and strike them. If you don't have that on, then you'll just be flailing around and not hitting anything unless you're directly in front of them or directly facing them. So I'd leave that on assist. So the camera speed, I just leave it in the middle, and it just means when you touch the screen, if you touch the screen anywhere there isn't a button, you can move your finger and it will spin the camera. I'll show you that in a minute. And you've got camera types, I just leave it on 1. I've just got a 15-minute award from, I think I've been sitting here talking for about 15 minutes already. And you've got chat, so just leave that at M and 3. Minimap, again, I wouldn't play around with this, otherwise you'll get it in the way and it will start annoying you. And this just resets it to default, so I'll just click yes, because I just keep the default settings, and then I'll confirm. So I think that's everything in the menu and everything. So I'll just explain the heads-up display quickly. So if you can see where I'm tapping up here, the green bar is your health, the blue bar is your like your mana points, your skill points. And you see here is your level, currently level 1. As you gain experience, this black circle here will fill up with green, and that's basically the amount of experience you've got, and when the green gets to the top, you'll level up. So around where I'm tapping now, in here, is your chat box. So that's where what everyone says chats, and to talk back, you just come down and you press around here. You got this little arrow thing, so you press that up. Oh no, sorry, that hides it. So what you do is you press talk, and it comes up with your chat box. So you can just type hi, and look, I just said hi to everyone. Now you can switch between say. So these are different things you can do. So you can say, you can whisper, you can talk to, just whispers like a private message. You can talk to just the guild, you can talk to just your party, which you don't have. You can shout, which means it will come up in orange, and everyone in the area that you're in will hear you. Whereas if you're just saying, only people relatively near to you will hear what you're saying. And Twitter, I'm not sure what that does, to be honest. That wasn't there when I played last time. So I just leave it on say, unless there's something I need everyone to hear. And then here you've got, again, more of the same thing. So you can, oh sorry, these are the ones that they show. So if I turn off shout, you'll see that the orange disappeared because that was someone shouting. If I turn off system, then the yellow disappeared because I'm not receiving system messages. So I turn those back on, turn off say, and you can see everything that people have actually just said has disappeared. So it's quite some good things. So now around here where I'm tapping now, you will see is a joystick. So this is what makes you move. I didn't need to press that then, I was going to explain that in a second. So now what you have over this side is the green button, big green button, is your attack button. So that's just a very basic attack. Now the blue button with an arrow is jump, and the red swirly button at the bottom right is roll. Now these three black buttons here are your skill buttons, and you can set anything from items, so potions, skills, emotions, anything like that to that. And you actually have 3 there, then you press this button, it takes you across to another 3 and another 3, so you can set 9 altogether. So as you can see, you come preset with an emoticon of sit, so you just tap that and you sit down basically, and then you hit the attack button to stand back up. So I think that's pretty much everything in that. It's quite a long video, so yeah, hopefully you've got something from that and it hasn't bored you. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.